I believe that the basic idea to do something new is reflect my background. I have been working in the U.S., Silicon Valley for 14 years, and then I moved back to Taiwan to start this company. But however, my Silicon Valley experience heavily influenced my thought in terms of what to do, because Silicon Valley is famous for semiconductor development, and then I think they all trying to be the leader once they participate. So that's exactly what we're trying to do here. Well, basically, Macronix is trying to develop new things in the non-volatile memory area. So far, I think our motto is trying to be a non-volatile memory solution provider. So anything related to the non-volatile memories is our target. So when we have when I started the company, after we started, and then I believe that I'm setting up a organization called ECL, means Emerging Central Laboratory, and then I give them a very specific charter. And what this charter means is I want them to disconnect what we do in the short term. So that means they have a total freedom to develop the new technology in non-volatile memory, but not necessarily related to our existing business. Yes, I think maybe this is part of my DNA now, because I always believe that to be a leader in the semiconductor area, we have to continue to develop something new. We cannot just making a small improvement. We want to do something new. So once we do something new, then there's a lot of innovation can be done, because nobody knows what's going to happen. But once the people start digging into the technology and they find out many new things, they can be used. So I think that is part of DNA that Macronix has. So we have a people to really working new things rather than just making a small improvement. Well, I believe this is probably something related to the culture. You see, I think the Japanese company always a reference for me, because when I started company 35 years ago, I think at that time, Japan semiconductor are the best in the world. Why they are best? Because the people are heavy discipline. They can make the product better quality, better cost structure. But when I say this is culture things, is the problem with Japanese company is normally they do the group discussion and making the group decision to decide what to do. But I think semiconductor sometimes didn't work that way. So the leader should have a clear direction. Say this is the direction we want to do, and then we let the people to do more freehand. I think that's where the culture making Japanese company a little bit behind. And then I think the Macronix continue to do it well, because sometimes we don't know what the new technology can be used. So we give the free hand to the people. They working hard to find the new things. And then we can coming back say, well, looks like this technology will be very interesting, or maybe create impact. For example, the 3D NOR technology. Right now, the world, nobody doing 3D NOR. But then we find out is, after we demonstrate the capability of the technology, and we decide to go into the 3D NOR, and turn out to be that kind of product was welcomed by many, many automotive maker. So I think that's important to thinking ahead. I see. Well, maybe this is something we can learn from LexisNexis, because, original idea of the IP or patents is really trying to create new things. So hopefully we can massterize this technology to make monies, right? So that is the original ideas. But however, once we are quite successful on that, and then I think we are not quite to move that IP into different value, different market. So maybe this is the area where we can understand from LexisNexis proposition or ideas, maybe we can start to create more revenue from those IPs. And so far we haven't done anything in that area. Well, originally the IP for us is really trying to create a new direction, new product, new technology. So hopefully we can making a lot of money by selling our own products. So that's the idea. I think in the last 10, 20 years, we gradually see the people are using the patent to do more business. So we are learning on that, but however, we have to figure out what would be the best way for us to do. What kind of patent we can move into the licensing program, what kind of patent we should not use in the patent, because we have to look at differently. So those are the area where I think the Lexis and the Nexis can help us to identify that kind of strategy, because we believe learning from the leaders in the handling IP will be really help us on that. So I believe from our past experiences, we have been engaged some of the patent fight. So originally IP is originally to protect us from the patent fight. But our experience in the patent fight is if we won, and then we can collect a lot of money in compensation. So that will give us some reference, how important the patent can be. I think the looking other people's patent can help us to avoid any infringement, right? Because if other people already do this, do that, and then we have to find a new way to achieve the same result.
Yes.
So that really can help us to not infringe other people's parts, so we can minimize the legal lawsuit later on. But again, I think a lot of patent may not be good enough for the new technology development, but we can use for to move into the licensing program. Hopefully, we can collect some benefit from that end. Well, speaking of AI, I'm sure right now almost every new startup is looking to the AI for their main subject. Okay, but the Macronix actually have a different experiences. 35 years ago, when I started the Macronix, actually due to the Japanese strengths and the domination in the semiconductor market, actually helped me to create the first AI in semiconductor area. So actually, I'm hiring a lot of statisticians, work with semiconductor professionals together, semiconductor technologists together in Macronix. So we actually create a first AI in the world for semiconductor industry. So we know how important that is. Of course, from our point of view, AI is just a concept. But to me, I think what we're trying to do is we like to move memory into more system-driven solution rather than just a standalone memory devices. So my idea is eventually when the semiconductor can put many transistors together in one chip, that means that open up a lot of opportunity toward the system area. So I believe eventually in the next 10 or 20 years, the system chip will be the key direction. That doesn't matter what to do. You can do it in medical, you can do it in automotive, you can do it on the computation, but system is the key word. Yeah, not only important to realize my vision, but also is the way to create a new venue for us to be more contribution to the world. Thank you for the opportunity for me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.